Stuart Gibbs has released a whole new book for a whole new series. And honestly, I didn't know what to expect from it. But I was really pleasantly surprised with just how good it was. So let's get into why. So I didn't know what to expect from this book because it's a very different style from what he usually did. It's a whole different genre. He's doing a fantasy book. It's almost like a fairy tale. That's not something he's done before. It's also a shorter book than what he's usually done. And it's got illustrations here and there. So it was very different. I wasn't exactly sure what to expect out of it because it didn't sound like something that he would do. And so I didn't get a physical copy to begin with because I wasn't sure. Instead, I checked it out from the library and chose to read it that way. However, I didn't need to do that. This was an amazing book and I was very entertained by it. This book was illustrated by Stacy Curtis, and she did a good job with the illustrations. They added a lot to the story. They really helped tell it. Very entertaining in that way. I really liked the illustrations. And then it's like he's directly telling the story to you, which is something different that I haven't seen very much. Never in his books, and I don't see that in other books as much. But it was actually pulled off really well. It was entertaining. It's almost like the main character of the story is like telling you his story, or writing a memoir or something like that. Like he's looking back on it and he's telling the story. And it's an interesting format to tell it in. But I think I liked it. It was good. And then you like insert the story, because you would put like a long, less used, uncommon word in there, and it'd be like pointing to it. It's like IQ booster. In parentheses, it like tells you what it means. And then like he'll use it in a funny way. It's like malodorous. If your parents challenge you to use the word in a sentence, say, whenever mom passes gas, it's extremely malodorous. That ought to end the conversation right there. It's just like, I don't know what you're doing in here, Stuart, but this is very entertaining. So they had many IQ boosters, and they were all pretty good in their own way. So that was a highlight of the book for me. I really enjoyed them. So Stuart has once again given us an amazing book. And although it was very different from what he usually does, I don't think that should stop you from reading it. It almost stopped me, but I still read it, and I enjoyed it very much. So don't let it stop you. Very different, but highly entertaining. I totally recommend his new book, Once Upon a Tim. And if you want to hear about another one of Stuart Gibbs' books that I highly enjoyed, then click into this video right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.